Our team, listen up. Our patient is presenting with symptoms of transient synovitis, atherosclerosis, and constrictive pericarditis.
I think it might be atherosclerosis. The arterial narrowing could be causing some of these symptoms.
I see where you're coming from, Gary. But what about the joint pain from transient synovitis? Could that be a clue?
I'm leaning towards constrictive pericarditis. The swelling around the heart could explain a lot.
I'm not sure. It's a tough one.
Could it be a combination of these conditions leading to something else?
Enough. The correct diagnosis is glutone deficiency. We need to act quickly. Prepare for a hemispherectomy. It's risky, but it's our only shot at saving this patient's life.
Hawks, why do you want to perform a hemispherectomy on your patient with glutone deficiency?
I believe it's the best course of action based on their symptoms and medical history.
Let's make one thing clear. This is one half of the brain you're removing, not the whole thing. Also, where did you get such a foolish idea?
I learned about it when talking to a funeral home director. He said if he knew his patient had half the mind not to go through with an open casket funeral following a hemispherectomy, he would have insisted on closing the wooden box.
A funeral home director. How do you know he wasn't joking?
He was dead serious.
I walked straight into that one. Get the fuck out of my office.
Leslie, the patient is in critical condition. The hemispherectomy was not the right treatment for glutone deficiency.
How should I tell Hawks about this?
Let's focus on the patient first, Frank. Hawks can wait. We need to figure out how to stabilize the patient's condition before anything else.
But Hawks needs to know that the procedure might have caused more harm than good.
We have to be honest about it.
I understand that, Frank. But right now, our priority is saving this patient's life. Let's work together to come up with a plan to handle the complications from the surgery.
What were you thinking? You nearly killed our patient with your incompetence. Wrong hemisphere, wrong diagnosis? Are you all even qualified to be diagnosticians?
Wrong hemisphere? It was a 50-50 chance, Hawks. I still believe it was the right call based on the symptoms we had at the time.
We had a difference in opinion, but I stand by our decision to proceed with the hemispherectomy.
Our decision? Hold the phone. It was Hawks's idea, not ours.
I don't know what went wrong. We did our best with the information we had.
Your best? Your best almost ended a life today. I cannot believe the lack of judgment and critical thinking skills in this room. I'm done with this incompetence. You all make me sick.
But Dr. Hawks, we can still figure this out.
I don't want to hear another word from any of you. I suggest giving yourselves hemispherectomies and then bothering me with a better idea. So, Johnson, how's things going in your personal life outside the hospital?
Oh, same old, trying to balance work and family. It's a challenge.
See. Well, I've been completely consumed by this fascinating case I'm working on. The symptoms are so puzzling.
That's interesting, Hawks. It's good to have something to keep your mind busy outside of work.
Wait a minute, I think I just figured it out. It all makes sense now.
What? Hawks, what's going on?
I need to go back to the hospital immediately. Sorry, Johnson. Catch you later.
Back to the hospital. You're already there. Fucking moron.
I have a new diagnosis. It's anencephaly.
Hawks, what are you doing storming in here without protection?
Yeah, this is serious. You can't just ignore safety protocols.
I had to act quickly. Glutone deficiency was a misdiagnosis.
Anencephaly? That's rare. What's the prognosis, Hawks?
Poor prognosis. Most cases are fatal shortly after birth.
This is tragic. Are there any treatment options?
Unfortunately, there's no cure. It's a challenging condition to manage.
We need to inform the family. This is going to be tough.
I'll handle it. Let's provide the best support we can.
This patient is 62 years old. How is it even possible that they have anencephaly?
All right, you got me. I actually don't know what they have, and frankly, I don't care anymore. It's nearly the end of the day.
Oh, damn, you're right. I've got a six-pack in the fridge upstairs I haven't finished yet.
It's not even 5 o'clock yet.
I'm pre-gaming. I got invited to a case race with a couple of the ambulance drivers.
Thanks, Tracy. I'm just glad we finally got the right diagnosis for the patient.
Congratulations on a job well done, Hawks. And I must address your comment about the other doctors being idiotic. What did you mean by that?
I mean, if my team wasn't full of incompetence, none of this would have happened in the first place.
Hold on a second, Hawks. Aren't you the one who initially gave the wrong diagnosis?
Yes, but it was partly due to the lack of support for my team's diagnostic findings.
Come on, Hawks. You can't shift all the blame onto others when you were the one who ultimately declared the wrong diagnosis.
Fine, but let's not forget about the funeral home director. He was onto something.
You're so stupid, it's not even funny anymore. There's not a single person laughing right now. And even if they were, it's obvious they're sick.
The good news is, one day we will meet the great funeral director. We may not be conscious for it, but it's bound to happen someday.
I don't even know what you're saying anymore.
Get used to that. It's how I'm planning to be when it's my funeral.
So the patient, what is actually wrong with them?
I honestly don't know, but it doesn't matter since it's about time to clock out.
It's only 1 in the afternoon.
I wasn't talking about me.